Hai guys, apa kabar semuanya? Kembali lagi di VOA Pop News. Hari Minggu kembali lagi kita mengabarkan kabar-kabar populer dari Washington DC. Saya Ian Umar.
Dan saya Debbie Small Patlis. Pemirsa, udah siap nggak ikut kita jalan-jalan? Saya mau mengajak pemirsa main-main dengan popok.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Beneran ada popok, itu bersih gak sih popoknya?
Bersih ya?
Dicium lagi.
Ini popok masih baru, belum kotor.
Aduh,
Masih wangi.
ini kayaknya popok ini sebenarnya untuk disumbangin deh.
Iya, emang
Karena
sih
ada
sebenarnya.
yang namanya diaper bank atau bank popok.
Bang Popok.
Bank popok, karena ini popok-popok ini akan disumbangkan ke orang-orang yang membutuhkan yang nggak mampu untuk membeli popok
Ya,
seperti
jadi
ini.
bukan buat nabung ya, di bawah popok ini tidak bisa menabung. Tapi mereka itu jadi memberikan kesempatan sama kita untuk bisa melakukan sesuatu buat orang lain. Bahkan
Benar.
dengan popok aja, kalau misalnya kita punya anak kecil yang udah tidak perlu popok lagi, ada kelebihan popok disumbangin ke mereka kasih ke keluarga-keluarga yang nggak mampu.
Benar, kita punya
Gitu.
liputannya loh
Ya.
pemirsa.
Pemirsa, ini dia Vina Muptadi di DC Diaper Bank.
Pemirsa, saya kasih lihat ya. Itu, lihat nggak tuh? DC Diaper Bank. Nah, ini adalah sebuah gudang yang di dalamnya terjadi kegiatan sosial untuk mengumpulkan, kemudian menyalurkan popok-popok kepada para keluarga yang membutuhkan di sekitar Washington DC. Yuk, ikutin perjalanan saya. Nah, ini dia tempatnya. Tapi sebelumnya kita ngobrol-ngobrol dulu yuk sama penemunya, pendirinya, Corinne. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Welcome to DC Diaper Bank.
Thank you. So, how long has this been going on?
So we started in 2010. We began because we were trying to find a way to help families who are struggling with some basic needs. In the States, food stamps and WIC funds do not cover diapers. So we got a lot of families in the metro area who were needed diapers for little ones.
Okay, so this is the place where you collect the diapers and then distribute them?
Correct. Yep, diapers come in here, and then we distribute. We work with a network of 21 different social service agencies. We serve about 2,600 families every month, and one of the coolest things we do is in one 3-hour period on a Saturday morning, we distribute 75,000 diapers.
Berhubung ini gudangnya popok ya, langsung disambut sama ini nih, mading isinya popok. So can you tell us what this means?
Yeah. This was our millionth diaper, so we were celebrating the fact that we had distributed over 1 million. We've now
When did you
distributed-
achieve that?
That was in August.
August
of 2014.
2004. Okay.
Yeah, we've now distributed about 1.5 million since that time, so it's getting bigger. But then so I think that these probably came from a baby shower where they had written notes to the mom from the baby.
You may want to hold your nose for this
Yes.
one. So,
Yes.
berhubung popok agak-agak bau ya pemirsa, jadi we have to hold our nose. So, what do we have inside?
So when we walk in, what you're going to see is this is our warehouse. We've been in here for about 1.5 years. When diapers are donated to us, they come from 3 different places. They come from individuals who hold diaper drives or just donate the diapers that their children outgrow. And then we get corporate donations, and then we buy wholesale diapers. So diapers come in, and actually Marie over here
Pemirsa bisa
is
lihat,
sorting our inventory.
busy day today.
Today, so we've got lots of donations. So counting the twos now.
Popok-popok yang datang itu dikumpulin ke sini, terus dihitung. Ini seorang relawan lagi menghitung, terus nanti jumlahnya ditulis di papan tulis.
And then what will happen is they'll be grabbed, the boxes will be grabbed and they'll be brought over here to our bundling table.
So this is the bundling
This is the
table.
bundling table, yeah. Again, very high tech. So we bundle them in packages of 25 by size, and then they are stored over there on our inventory wall. And then when the organizations come in, we pull the orders that they have placed with us, and they go out the loading dock, and then it happens again next month.
I see so many volunteers here working.
They're from all over. They're from all over. That's one of the coolest things is that we have volunteers who come from Maryland, from DC, from Virginia, from the surrounding area. We have groups of kids that come in, we have adults that come in, we have families that come in. The word spreads in lots of different ways, and it's beautiful for me to see some people coming and wanting to give back.
One of my friends
Yes.
is actually here, Rivka.
As she is counting the diapers, she's counting out 25 diapers, and once she's got a bundle of 25, she will use the plastic to create a very, very tight bundle. We want them to be waterproof, and we want them to be very small as possible. And then we'll slap a label on them that says how many diapers, 25, and the size, and then the weight for that age. And then, our little logo and package of love.
So you've been doing this for 4 years.
Yes. Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel great. When I started it, I was doing this as a part-time pro bono kind of thing, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I've been doing it full-time for the last 3.5 years, and it's wonderful. I mean, I think that it's incredible to be able to help so many families who need it, but it's also incredible to create a space in which others can come and give back. We had a lot of kids here. They were playing and they were helping and they were playing and they were helping. And one of the things we want to do is create a space where a family can come together and they can talk about poverty and they can talk about need and they can talk about the issue of caring for your community and helping your community. This is our play area. We had a 2-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and a 3-year-old in today.
Like that.
And,
Look,
and this
she's
little one
helping.
is helping.
Yeah.
And
You have to hold me
it's
like that.
nice to be able to create that space. So if the child wants to help count or do labels, they can do that. But if they need a little play break, they get a little play break. A label, and you're done.
Size 4?
Yep.
Done. And then, so where do I put this?
So it goes in this bin right over here. Everybody will grab it.
Thank you.
And then they'll be put on the shelves back there, and they'll go out to help a family probably next month.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
One diaper at a time. We're not only changing diapers, but changing lives.
I like that. You're not just changing diapers, you're changing life.
Aduh, kena lagi. Aduh, tapi ngomong-ngomong,
Ya.
ini popok seperti ini kan untuk bayi, tapi ada juga popok untuk orang dewasa kan? Disumbangkan juga ya?
Kamu jangan udah pakai, udah nggak bisa dikontrol nih kayaknya kalau
Ya
dewasa.
enggak, memang kan popok untuk orang dewasa kan ada nih untuk orang-orang
Ada.
tua dan juga untuk orang-orang yang sakit. Nah
Ya.
itu kan mungkin juga ada yang nggak mampu untuk belinya.
Ada memang di si diaper bank juga kata Vina tadi ya, itu juga menyalurkan sumbangan popok untuk orang dewasa. Jadi kalau ada
Oh.
lebih-lebihnya Ian, bisa disumbangin ke mereka. Berbuat sesuatu lah buat orang lain.
Belum.
Oke pemirsa, jangan kemana-mana. Oh, masih ada 2 liputan lagi nih kita
Ya.
nih ya. Yang satu adalah mengenai kepantasan
Mhm.
posting foto di Facebook bagi ibu-ibu yang menyusui. Nah, dari popok ibu menyusui. Terus yang kedua ada lagi liputan mengenai beauty guru yang paling banyak pemirsanya di YouTube, yaitu Michelle Phan.
Waduh seru banget nih pemirsa ya. Kita akan kembali setelah yang satu ini.